Hey there, Wayne Herring, StrongerSalesPeople.com, and I've got a quick sales leadership tip for you this morning. I just got off a call with my sales leadership group, and what we were working on today is closing, running home, getting deals across the finish line. And a really common problem that business owners have is they have a sales team who is not closing enough deals, or there's delayed closings, or things seem to get kind of choked up and jammed in the pipeline. Sometimes too, there's not enough opportunities being added to top of the funnel, the beginning of the process as well. So I want to talk to you about how can you keep the pipeline moving? How can you coach your team to keep prospects moving through the process? And so I just quickly jotted down some of the things that we worked on the call, and a really practical tip that I gave everybody to use. And so it goes like this. This is what you need if you want to get deals moving. First of all, you need a process, number one. Now, we use in our world the baseline selling model, and so we use the baseball diamond as a metaphor for the sales process. And so we normally, when we start off in our sales leadership program with a client, we define what does on deck look like? What does a client or a prospect being on deck look like? How do we get to the plate? What are the activities we do to get them to first base, second base, third base, and then home is closed? So first you need that process. You need a visual process. In your world, maybe you want to use some other symbol, but it's very helpful to have that visual that everybody can understand. Baseball works because most people understand baseball. Number two, what you're going to do is you're going to have a paper pipeline meeting weekly with your salespeople. And sometimes you can have them simply send their pipeline to your executive sales assistant, which is a position we set up to help you keep everybody on track, because what we're trying to get for you is more freedom, more results, and you don't always want to have to be managing it directly. So sometimes they're going to just send this. It's going to be a weekly task, and real simple. So in my world, it's baseball. You're going to have a review, and you're going to have your salesperson list. This sounds like Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? Who's on second? Who's on third? And on third means closable. And the other thing that's important is to list when did they come into the pipeline, what date did they start, and what's the next step, when's the next meeting. So, you know, we have all kinds of electronic tools today, and I love those things, but the reality is that using a paper and a piece of paper and a pen makes things so much more real and helps us track things better. Okay, so then the last step is going to be, and I wrote down, how do we know questions and coaching? So when you get the pipeline from your people, the visual pipeline they've handwritten out, a list, people on first, people on second, people on third, then you're going to ask questions like, well, how do we know? How do we know they're on second base? And depending on the milestones in your milestone-centric process, you'll be able to ask them, did we do this? Did we do this? And what was the answer? So what we do is, between first and second, compelling reason is one of the steps. What is their compelling reason to buy, and what's the urgency? So we're going to ask, what is the compelling reason? Not just what the superficial reason is, but what's the reason at depth? So you're going to ask, how do we know? And then you're going to do some coaching. And if you have your pipeline from the prior week, you have your paper from the prior week, have them bring it, have them answer. You can start to see where things are getting choked up, and you can provide overall coaching, and then you can also provide spot coaching on individual clients and ask questions, maybe role play. These are some things we do to keep things moving. I hope that helps. If you want a piece of paper that you could fill in and use the baseline baseball diamond analogy, I have one of those. Simply type in the comments box, baseball diamond please, or model please, and I'll send you a paper so that you can start to track and have your salespeople track their prospects in the pipeline and move them around the bases. Thanks a lot. Take care.